Well, first at 6, we got breaking news in Plymouth. Shots fired at a gas station. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is on the scene with the latest.
Family and friends are going to come together to honor the memory of 12-year-old Secret Pierce. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is going to have the latest into the search for the person responsible for her death.
Also, how young is too young for social media? We're going to have details on a bill that would try to keep some kids off of some sites altogether.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us this Friday. Happy Friday to you. We're glad you're here. America Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammerts. Good morning. Let's start with the forecast here on this fine Friday. Meteorologist Sam Samperi. Sam, is this our sort of transition day to get out of that pattern?
Yes, you know, you'd see
already
a big smile
looking better in
transition.
Hartford.
That's right. It's brighter too now this morning already. We're already starting to see that transition, but we have to be patient because I do think we're going to see still a few chances of showers today, especially midday and this afternoon. You see, we are on the chilly side though. 41 in Torrington, 40 Waterbury, 38 now in Danbury where the wind has calmed down, 49 Hartford. So temperatures in the 40s across the region. The wind isn't too bad, but it is out of the north. So we still have a little bit of moisture. Visibility not an issue right now. We do have a few clouds. Again, it's partly to mostly cloudy as during your sunrise this morning. A few scattered showers up to the north, but not a big deal. Again, we'll time it all out for you. Mix of sun and clouds. You notice the clouds building again, and a couple of sprinkles and light showers through midday and this afternoon. And that's all due to instability at an upper level low with the cold air loft. Temperature is 55 to 60. Now, coming up, I will detail the weekend. I have good news about that, and we'll look ahead into next week. Now, over to traffic with Lauren Zinzi. I say that 5 times fast. And Lauren, I know you've been doing a couple of things this morning. How are we doing with the traffic now?
Yeah, we do still have some closures out there, Sam, to be mindful of. So let's bring you right out to the maps right now. The first closure is over in Plymouth. We're going to be checking in with Fox 61's Brooke Griffin in just a couple of minutes. But Route 6, otherwise known as Main Street to people over in the Plymouth area, is closed right at Route 72 due to an overnight shooting investigation. We'll get more information on that investigation from Brooke Griffin in just a couple of minutes. As you can see, indicated by the purple, I-84 eastbound is still closed due to some road work between exits 17 and 20. This is moved from exits 18 and 21 that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks back an exit, so closer to the Middlebury area into Waterbury. Just be mindful of this as they get ready to reopen. There might be some heavier volume out on that eastbound side. And then down in Plymouth, over in Plymouth, Portland, Route 17A, Main Street is still closed by the fairgrounds due to that river flooding that we've been seeing over the last couple of days. So seek an alternate route. This is nothing out of the ordinary. Unfortunately, this happens more frequently than not. We'll check back in on the roads, hopefully with a positive update on reopening in Plymouth coming up in just a little bit. Tim and Erica, back over to you.
All right. Lauren, thanks. And regarding that breaking news in Plymouth, officers say there was a shooting at a gas station on Route 6.
Yeah, Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live from the scene of that shooting in Plymouth with more. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. This is still a very active investigation. Even though this took place before 10 o'clock last night, according to officers, they are still investigating. Now, again, this is at the Golf Station on Main Street, otherwise known as Route 6, as Lauren just mentioned. And this part of the street is completely shut down by police. They are giving this investigation a very wide area here to really work with. Now, we haven't been able to get the extent of any injuries or the number of victims from police at this time. But what we do know so far, according to Plymouth and State Police, is that they do have at least one person that was shot. You can see here that they have the gas station completely taped off. Now, the one thing I do want to mention, if we can zoom into that Subaru there, that is the car that they've really been focusing on. We've seen quite a few officers walking around it, looking at evidence, taking down different notes and things like that throughout the morning. That has all 4 doors open. They also even had the gas pump still still inside that car at one point this morning. This looks to be kind of the center of that investigation this morning of where that shooting took place. Again, we are still working to learn how many people were shot and if there has been a suspect that has been taken into custody. That is details that we are working to get from police. They say they should hopefully have that to us within the next hour or two, although that is quite a bit of time to wait for that information. We will get it out to you as soon as we can, but just keep in mind that Route 6 right here at the Route 72 intersection is closed at this time. Live in Plymouth, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much for the update. We will check back. Meantime, we also have breaking news in Bristol where several shots were fired in the area of Burlington Avenue and Party Street. Take a look at this surveillance picture we have here for you. Police gave this to us. It was reported at about 8 o'clock last night. Officers say no one was injured in the shots fired, and they say it was a targeted attack. There is no threat to the public at this time. Well, this morning, the 12-year-old girl who was killed in a drive-by shooting in Hartford 2 weeks ago is going to be laid to rest. Family and friends are coming together to remember the life of Secret Pierce.
Yeah, during a very difficult time, the family said they're still fighting to make the whole community a safer place. And of course, they're still fighting for justice. They want to see her killer behind bars. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is here with us in the studio with more.
Hi, good morning. Well, police have arrested 2 teen boys that were also shot in that drive-by shooting, but they haven't been charged with Secret's death. Now, police are still looking for who was responsible. It was just 2 weeks ago. She was just sitting in a parked car along the street when police say another car came flying down the road, firing shots. Now, 2 of those bullets hit her in the head and in the stomach. Police say she was not the intended target of the drive-by shooting, but after a hard fight, she passed away early the next morning. Secret Pierce attended Milner Middle School in Hartford. Her family says she was full of life and was an honest person. According to her obituary, she was always on her phone, enjoyed knitting and eating cinnamon rolls while spending time with her family and friends. She leaves behind her parents and 5 siblings. Her grandfather, Samuel Saylor, is a pastor at a church just over the border in Springfield. He says their family is calling on the community to help bring her killers to justice and to also come together to reduce gun violence in the city. He hopes no other child is robbed of a bright future.
Opportunity to turn sweet 16, an opportunity to fall in love, an opportunity to go to college, an opportunity to buy a prom dress, an opportunity to just, mature into a full young lady.
Being laid to rest today at the First Cathedral Church in Hartford. Again, no one has been arrested in connection to her death, and anyone with any information is asked to call Hartford Police. Tim and Erica will send things back over to you.
Lindsay, thanks so much. New this morning in Middletown, where the school superintendent says the district is investigating the Berman Middle School baseball team. So listen to this. In a letter to parents, the district said, quote, the conduct of the students included use of racist, anti-Semitic, and offensive language, vulgarity, and the sharing of insensitive and offensive images. Now, they also say the incident is still being investigated, and once it's finalized, a recommendation will be made. The school district also says that all students at the school will be given education and support related to diversity and inclusion.
Well, today, Democrat State Representative Robin Comey is expected to appear in court. She's been accused of driving under the influence and rolling her car over in a crash on Capitol Avenue, not far from the state capitol. Fox 61 was the only station there as Comey was placed in handcuffs by officers. Police said her blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit. She's since been removed from all committee and leadership assignments in the state legislature.
Happening today in Meriden, state troopers and lawmakers are going to speak about the dangers of social media and the efforts nationwide to create a safer internet for kids. Senator Blumenthal is co-sponsoring a bill to hold tech companies accountable for child abuse materials on their platforms. Concerns of the dangers of social media hit home for everyone in our state. 22-year-old Connor Tidd of Massachusetts is being accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting a 13-year-old in Plainfield. Police say the two met on the social media app called Perp. Experts say it's important for parents to speak with their kids about the dangers of social media.
Have your students or have your children put their electronics down at the dinner table and let's start some conversations again like we used to. And we've got to have some hard discussions with our children, our students, about the dangers of being enticed at these type of websites and the people that are engaging in this activity on the websites.
Meantime, Senator Chris Murphy is among several lawmakers introducing a bill that bans all kids under the age of 13 from using social media. And it also requires children under 18 to have guardian permission to create an account.
Got a consumer alert this morning. Plainville fire officials want you to be on the lookout for scam calls from somebody pretending to be from that department. Officials said the caller asks for donations for the upcoming Hot Air Balloon Festival. And in some cases, they even took credit card info from people. And if you get this phone call, again, it is not from the Plainville Fire Department. They are not calling people. So don't give out any personal information. Officials say they will never call asking for donations over the phone. If you think you've fallen victim to this scam, please call your local police department.
Big night for hockey fans here in Hartford. The Hartford Wolfpack are taking the ice in Game 4.
Yeah, they're facing the Providence Bruins in the Atlantic Division semifinals of the Calder Cup playoffs. So the puck for tonight's game, Game 4 at the XL Center, drops at 7. And if the Wolfpack win, they will win the series and move on to the Atlantic Division finals, where they'll play the Hershey Bears. And businesses also looking for a boost, just like they did on Wednesday for Game 3. So they're preparing for a lot of fans to visit the XL Center downtown.